Discover the untouched beauty of Guyana. Welcome to one of the most mysterious and overlooked countries on Earth, Guyana. Tucked away on the northern edge of South America, this country is often mistaken for an island, but it's actually a lush land of rainforests, waterfalls, and ancient cultures. Guyana is the only English-speaking country in South America, and its cultural mix is unlike anywhere else in the world. From untouched jungles to one of the highest waterfalls on Earth, this place is a true hidden gem. You'll find Afro-Caribbean, Indian, and Indigenous influences blending into something truly unforgettable. Guyana may not be on every traveler's radar, but it absolutely should be. It's wild, raw, and completely authentic, offering adventures you won't find in more touristy destinations. In today's video, we're diving into 15 mind-blowing facts that prove Guyana is one of the most unique places on the planet. This is Taste the World with Thomas, so if you love exploring the world's most surprising places, make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button for more incredible journeys. 1. A country where women take the lead, Guyana's society breaks all the rules. In Guyana, women aren't just present, they're powerful. From politics to business to family life, women in Guyana often hold leadership roles and manage both home and work responsibilities with confidence. It's not uncommon to see female mayors, CEOs, and government ministers shaping the direction of the country. In many rural and indigenous communities, women are also the cultural keepers and decision-makers. Their influence goes far beyond beauty or tradition. They're respected for their strength, resilience, and voice. Guyanese women come from Afro-Caribbean, Indian, Indigenous, and mixed backgrounds, creating a breathtaking blend of cultures and identities. Many women are highly educated and deeply involved in community development and activism. They are outspoken, expressive, and unafraid to challenge outdated social norms. While machismo culture exists in parts of Latin America, Guyana feels surprisingly balanced and progressive. If you're a visitor, don't be surprised if it's a woman who's running the show, because here, that's just normal. 2. Believe it or not, these people live deep in the jungle and are happier than most of us. Much of Guyana is still covered in wild, untouched rainforest, some of the most remote and biodiverse jungles on Earth. Deep within these green giants live indigenous communities who have never needed modern luxuries to live full and happy lives. They fish, farm, and hunt sustainably, in perfect rhythm with nature. Without cell phones, internet, or noisy traffic, their lives are quiet, slow, and deeply connected to the land. These communities, such as the Makushi, Wai, and Patamona, have maintained their languages, customs, and social structures for centuries. They live in hand-built wooden homes, use traditional medicine, and pass knowledge down through stories and song. Happiness here isn't measured by money, it's measured by community, freedom, and peace. And while they face modern challenges like deforestation, their spiritual connection to nature keeps them grounded. Visiting these regions is like stepping back in time, and you may find they're far richer in spirit than the modern world outside. 3. A festival where the entire country goes wild, Mashramani is pure joy in the streets. Mashramani, or Mash, for short, is Guyana's most explosive and joyful national celebration. Held every February to honor the country's Republic Day, this festival is a mix of colorful parades, street dancing, calypso music, and cultural pride. The word, Mashramani, comes from an indigenous term meaning, celebration after hard work, and that's exactly what it is. From Georgetown's urban chaos to the smallest villages, people flood the streets in feathers, glitter, and bold costumes. Music blares from trucks, dancers move in perfect rhythm, and even the shyest citizens join the party. It's more than just a party, it's a reflection of Guyana's mixed identity, showcasing African, Indian, Amerindian, and European traditions all at once. Children, elders, politicians, and travelers all dance side by side, united by one giant celebration of being Guyanese. Events include masquerade competitions, float parades, and musical shows that last late into the night. It's not just a festival, it's the soul of Guyana on full display. If you want to see the country at its happiest, come for MASH. 4. The women of Guyana, bold, diverse, and truly unforgettable. Guyana's women are unlike any you've ever met, fierce, beautiful, and full of cultural richness. From Afro-Guyanese queens to Indo-Guyanese fashionistas, to the proud and spiritual indigenous women of the interior, every woman here carries her culture like a crown. Their beauty standards aren't based on magazines but on confidence, tradition, and pride. Many women in Guyana are highly educated, multilingual, and involved in everything from teaching and healthcare to engineering and politics. They're also famous for their fashion, blending saris, African prints, and Western styles into stunning everyday outfits. Guyanese women often grow up in tight-knit communities where respect and support among females is strong. They are outspoken about rights, equality, and love. Many lead grassroots movements and women's groups. At the same time, they maintain deep connections to family and tradition. Whether they're running a business or teaching in a rural village, Guyanese women carry strength in their bones. You don't just visit Guyana, you feel the energy of its women. 5. The only English-speaking country in South America, but don't assume you'll understand them. Guyana is the only country in South America where English is the official language. But don't be fooled, what you'll hear on the streets is far from textbook English. Locals speak Guyanese Creole, a fast, rhythmic, and slang-heavy dialect that mixes English with African, Indian, Dutch, and even Portuguese influences. Wagwan means, what's going on? And me nah go means, I'm not going. It's colorful, expressive, and full of personality. For visitors, it can be both fun and confusing, but locals will happily explain if you ask with a smile. In rural areas, indigenous languages like Arawak and Wapishana are still spoken, especially among elders. Guyanese people are proud of their language, it's part of their identity. So even if you speak fluent English, get ready to learn a whole new kind of English in Guyana. Listening to a conversation here is like hearing poetry in motion. 6. More cultures than many continents, Guyana is a true ethnic explosion. Guyana may be a small country, but it has one of the most diverse populations in the world. Indo-Guyanese, Afro-Guyanese, Amerindians, Chinese, Portuguese, and mixed-race citizens all live side by side. This cultural mix has shaped everything, from music and food to religion and fashion. You'll see Hindu temples next to Christian churches, hear reggae followed by chutney music, and eat roti for lunch and pepper pot for dinner. It's not just tolerance, it's fusion. Interracial marriages are common, and many families proudly celebrate multiple holidays like Diwali, Christmas, and Emancipation Day. Schools teach children about all backgrounds, and cultural pride is encouraged from a young age. Guyana isn't divided, it's united through difference. Every street, every dish, every dance tells a story from somewhere else. And that's what makes this country truly unforgettable. 7. Kaieteur Falls, the world's largest single-drop waterfall that no one talks about. Tucked away deep in the rainforest is Kaieteur Falls, a jaw-dropping natural wonder that most people have never heard of. It's 5 times higher than Niagara Falls, plunging 741 feet, 226 meters, straight down into the jungle below. But unlike tourist-packed waterfalls, Kaieteur is remote, untouched, and surrounded by pristine wilderness. The only way to get there is by a small plane or days of hiking through thick rainforest. When you finally see it, it feels like the earth itself is breathing. There are no fences, no guardrails, just raw, unfiltered nature. Local legends say the falls were formed when a great chief sacrificed himself to save his people, and his spirit still lives in the water. Rare species like the golden frog and Guyana cock of the rock live in the area. This isn't a tourist trap. It's one of the last true natural marvels left on Earth. And yet, most people will go their whole lives without knowing it exists. 8. Guyana's weird money. Why a simple lunch costs thousands of dollars. Don't panic when you see a bill for $3,000 or even $10,000 in Guyana. It's just local currency. The Guyanese dollar, GYD, is highly inflated, and $1 US equals around 210 Guyanese dollars as of 2025. That means a simple street lunch, like chicken and rice, can cost 1,500 minus 2,000 Guyanese dollars, or about $7.10 USD. A bottle of beer in a bar? around 800 Guyanese dollars, or $3.50 USD. Hotel prices range from 10,000 Guyanese dollars per night for budget stays, about $45 USD, to 40,000 plus GYD, night in high-end places. If you're buying groceries, expect to pay 500 Guyanese dollars, $2.25, for a loaf of bread and 300 Guyanese dollars, $1.30, for a liter of milk. Local workers often earn between 60,000 minus 120,000 Guyanese dollars per month, which is roughly $270 to $540 USD, so the cost of living is a constant challenge. Credit cards are not widely accepted outside big cities, so cash is king. Tourists might be shocked by the numbers, but once you understand the conversion, it all makes sense. Just be ready to carry thick stacks of colorful bills. 9. Where time has a different meaning, the slow, relaxed rhythm of Guyanese life. In Guyana, time doesn't control people, people control time. The pace of life here is famously slow, especially outside of Georgetown. Locals take their time with conversations, meals, and even work, prioritizing relationships and well-being over strict schedules. Soon come could mean in 5 minutes or 2 hours, and no one seems to stress about it. It's a cultural trait that frustrates some visitors but feels like a breath of fresh air to others. Life is more about being than doing. This slower rhythm is deeply rooted in the country's mix of Caribbean and indigenous influences. People gather on porches, sip drinks, and tell stories for hours. If you're in a hurry, Guyana might test your patience, but if you're open to slowing down, it can change your outlook on life. Here, living truly means enjoying every moment. 10. Faith without fighting. Guyana's peaceful blend of religions will surprise you. In Guyana, religion is not a source of division, it's a bridge that connects cultures. The country has one of the most religiously diverse populations in the Western Hemisphere. Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, indigenous beliefs, and even Rastafarianism are widely practiced. Churches, temples, and mosques sit peacefully side by side, especially in multicultural towns like Berbice and Essequibo. Religious holidays from every faith, Diwali, Eid, Christmas, and more, are celebrated on a national level. People often attend each other's ceremonies and share meals, regardless of their personal beliefs. Interfaith families are common, and religious education teaches respect rather than rivalry. Guyanese people tend to value spirituality over dogma. The peaceful coexistence of religions here is not perfect, but it's deeply rooted in daily life. In a world full of conflict over faith, Guyana offers a rare example of harmony. 11. Food in Guyana isn't just a meal, it's a story of the whole world in one bite. Guyanese food is one of the most flavorful and diverse cuisines in the Americas. It blends Indian, African, Chinese, indigenous, and European influences into something truly unique. You'll find spicy chicken curry, rich pepperpot stew, flavorful cook-up rice, and fluffy roti all on the same table. Dishes are slow-cooked with bold spices like cumin, thyme, garlic, and wiri peppers. On the streets, vendors sell egg balls, pilori, fried dough balls, and cassava bread with pepper sauce that's not for the weak-hearted. Meals are usually shared with family or neighbors and often tied to religious or cultural events. Sunday lunch is a sacred ritual, usually involving multiple courses and lots of talking. Many ingredients are locally grown, including plantains, cassava, mangoes, and fresh fish from the rivers. Guyanese food tells the story of its people, one bite at a time. Come hungry and leave full, in every way. 12. Surviving the modern struggle, poverty, emigration, and the fight to stay home. While Guyana is full of natural beauty and culture, many of its people face serious economic struggles. Unemployment, especially among youth, remains a huge problem, pushing thousands to migrate each year. It's estimated that nearly 40% of all Guyanese-born citizens live abroad, mostly in the US, Canada, and the UK. Many families are split, with parents working overseas and sending money back home. In rural areas, access to healthcare, jobs, and modern infrastructure is still limited. Corruption and weak government services often make things worse. Despite these challenges, locals show incredible resilience and community spirit. Small farms, street businesses, and community support networks keep many going. The recent discovery of oil has raised hopes, but also fears of exploitation. Guyana stands at a crossroads between survival and transformation. 13. The women of Guyana, strong, independent, and often the real heads of the household. In Guyana, women are more than just caretakers. They're often the true leaders of their homes and communities. Whether in the bustling capital or the remote villages, many households are matriarchal, especially when fathers work abroad. Women juggle jobs, raise children, manage finances, and maintain traditions with incredible strength. You'll find female vendors dominating local markets, teachers shaping the next generation, and women in political offices pushing for change. Guyanese women are known for being outspoken, educated, and resilient in the face of hardship. Beauty standards here celebrate curves, confidence, and natural style. Many participate actively in cultural festivals, leading dances and preserving ancestral knowledge. Despite gender inequality still being an issue, women are slowly gaining more rights and recognition. In Guyana, the phrase, "behind every strong man is a stronger woman," often flips completely. Sometimes, the woman is right out front, and she's not slowing down. 14. A land of beauty and risk. What tourists should know about safety in Guyana. Guyana is stunning, but it's not without its dangers, especially for those unfamiliar with the terrain and the culture. In Georgetown and other urban areas, petty crime like pickpocketing, scamming, and robberies can be a problem, especially after dark. Public transportation is unreliable, and local minibuses often drive recklessly. In remote areas, infrastructure is limited, so medical help or police assistance can be hours, or days, away. That said, most violent crimes do not target tourists, and with common sense and local guidance, travel can be safe. The key is to stay in well-known areas, travel with locals or guides when possible, and avoid flashing valuables. Nature itself can also be unpredictable. Dense rainforests, strong river currents, and wild animals demand respect and preparation. Insects like mosquitoes carry diseases such as dengue and malaria in rural regions, so vaccinations and repellents are essential. Still, many travelers report feeling welcomed and safe, especially when connecting with local families. Like many raw and untouched destinations, Guyana is a place for adventurers, not luxury seekers. 15. Guyana's future is booming with oil. But will it save the people or divide them further? Guyana recently became one of the fastest-growing oil-producing countries in the world. The discovery of massive offshore oil reserves has attracted giants like ExxonMobil and promised billions in revenue. In 2024 alone, the economy grew by nearly 60%, one of the highest rates on Earth. But while the government dreams of highways and high-rises, many Guyanese still struggle to afford basics like food, water, and electricity. Critics fear the classic resource curse, where oil wealth makes the rich richer while the poor are left behind. Corruption, environmental risk, and unequal distribution of profits are major concerns. Some communities have already seen ecological damage to rivers and farmland. Others fear that traditional ways of life will be lost in the rush to modernize. The big question is whether Guyana can balance development with justice. The country stands at a turning point, and the next decade will shape its future forever. Conclusion. Guyana, a country of contrasts, challenges, and unseen potential. Guyana is a land of deep contrasts, where breathtaking natural beauty meets economic struggles, and ancient traditions blend with rapid modernization. Its people carry a resilient spirit shaped by history, culture, and hope for a better future. From the vibrant festivals and mouth-watering food to the strength of its women and the peaceful coexistence of diverse faiths, Guyana offers an experience unlike anywhere else on Earth. Yet, the challenges are real. Poverty, safety concerns, and the complex effects of newfound oil wealth all loom large. This country is standing at a crossroads, facing choices that will define its path for generations to come. For those willing to see beyond the surface, Guyana reveals a story of endurance, community, and the unbreakable human will to thrive. It's a place that invites you not just to visit, but to understand, and maybe even fall in love with its extraordinary soul. Thanks so much for watching this deep dive into Guyana, truly one of the most unique places on Earth. If you enjoyed this video, drop a comment below and let me know which fact surprised you the most. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you won't miss any of my upcoming travel documentaries. I'm Thomas from Taste the World with Thomas, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Until then, keep exploring and stay curious.